Okay, so really quick, because I gotta get to 1.6. 1.5, this is driving this point home again, that if an argument says P and another argument concludes not P, they both can't be right. So here are those dreaded abortion arguments again. Killing an innocent person is morally impermissible. A human fetus is an innocent person from the point of conception. Abortions kill innocent human fetuses, therefore abortion of innocent human fetus is morally impermissible. So that's a pro-life argument, pro-choice argument. A woman has an absolute right to do whatever she pleases with her body. Having an abortion is just a case of a woman exercising her right to do whatever she pleases with her body. Exercising one's rights is morally permissible. Therefore, a woman having an abortion is morally permissible. All right, they both can't be right, the arguments, because they reach mutually exclusive conclusions. And so you need to tell me which argument sucks, and that's not to say I just dislike that conclusion. You need to be able to point to one of the premises and tell me why it's false. So which argument sucks, and in particular, which premise are you picking on? Anybody? Are there any pro-life people in here? Tell me what's wrong with the pro-choice argument. So no one has I take it that all of you
I
have
opinions, but I don't know if y'all want to hear.
Okay, you have opinions. Now here's the funny thing, and you might vote based on your opinions, but what you're saying is I have no reason why I'm justified in believing this, but I'm going to go ahead and try to inflict my will on others by voting.
The argument about a woman has the right to do whatever she wants with her body, well, she had the right to go do what she did to make a baby. And I'd say that some women would say that they're being more responsible, taking the child away and not raising a child, but the responsible thing to do.
Wait, what side are you on?
Listen, I got both.
This is what I want.
Have an argument for both.
Point to a premise and say, that's not true. Yes.
I would say the premise for the second argument, number one, isn't true because if we look at the law, a woman can't go on Highway 14 and then prostitute her body. She doesn't have the right to do that legally.
Right.
So,
A woman doesn't have a right to do
anything.
whatever she pleases with her body. A woman can't say, my fist, and then to her boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Just doing what I want with my body, right? And we express this as your rights end where my nose begins. So we would take that on. A woman has the absolute right to do whatever she pleases with her body. False. Does everybody understand that? How might we attack the first argument? Where would we go?
The second premise?
Yes, explain yourself.
Well, I guess you could argue the fact that a fetus isn't an innocent person at conception.
Right, and let's be clear, okay, so in philosophy, theology, blah, 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 law, person is a technical term, okay? And what does it stand for? It stands for an entity that has rights by virtue of having certain qualities. Now, what those qualities are determines, what we're going to call a person or not, right? So a person is an entity that has rights by virtue of having some yet to be named quality or qualities, okay? So it is possible for non-humans to be persons, and it's also possible for humans to be non-persons. Let me give you an example. If intelligent alien beings came to Earth, they're sightseeing throughout the universe, and they're minding their own business, well, they wouldn't be humans, but they'd still be persons, right? We couldn't just say, man, I bet they would taste good in a gumbo, and start killing them, right? Because even though they're not humans, they're persons. Does everybody understand that? Human that's not a person? Well, someone's in the hospital and when we do the test for the brain activity. So their heart is beating, their lungs are breathing and everything, but it's what? Flat. I might say, there is a living human being, but it's okay to pull the plug because the person is already gone. Does everybody understand that?
Like somebody who's brain dead.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, a fetus is an innocent person from the point of conception. We need to define what a person is, and then we could look at the fetus and determine whether or not it has that quality or when it gets that quality. Does everybody understand that? So my question to you is this: what is it that makes a person a person?
They can think and reason. Sorry.
They can think and reason. Are some humans incapable of thinking and reasoning? Are they persons? They are persons. So thinking, reasoning, being smart has nothing to do with being a person. So give me something else.
Well, I mean, I still think that's right to a degree. I mean, they may not think and reason the way you want them to think and reason. But
No,
they still have like thoughts, like cognitive.
Okay, so X is a person if and only if they have thoughts, whether they're rational or irrational or something like that. Do cows have thoughts? What?
I don't know.
You,
I mean, yeah.
I'm
They
sure
think
you
about,
have
like,
lots of
yeah,
them.
grass.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yes, they have thoughts. Are cows persons?
No.
I'm called an alien person.
Wait, stand still. Are cows persons? According to your definition, they would be, right? So you'd have to say, if you want to use your standard, then, going to McDonald's, that's murder for hire. Right? Go kill this cow, cut off a little piece, grind it up, fry it up, and let me eat it. I need a standard for personhood. Consciousness. Are cows conscious?
Talking? A cow can't talk.
Can all humans talk? You guys suck at this.
I mean, you can say a person has a soul.
Okay, time out, we're gonna get to that in a second. Yeah, let's go to it right now. X is a person if and only if X has a soul. Okay. Do cows have souls?
Not a human soul.
We just say no.
No.
Do you have a soul?
Yeah.
Can you prove that to me?
Scientifically, no.
So if I told you you lost your soul, or I have 12, there'd be no way for us to test those claims.
I mean, if you look in comparison of like, people who have souls is a distinct difference from us and animals. So we have the ability to talk, we have the ability to reason and have, sit down in this class and debate about different things. So it's a difference.
Okay,
And that's
but,
not soul.
but how do you know it's a soul?
Well,
Because you
we're
can't.
talking about how can you scientifically prove what is a soul. So you have to first differentiate you from what, animals,
Wait.
whatever, so.
No, time out. You're saying I have a soul, and I'm gonna say, show me. Can you do that?
Scientifically,
So look, a sentence is only meaningful if I understand what I would see if it were true and what I would see if it were false. So you can't even tell me the conditions under which I could verify or falsify your claim, I have a soul. So what I'm saying is the words coming out of your mouth, I have a soul, I don't even understand what the hell you're saying. Because you're not saying anything meaningful, because there's no way for me to understand under what conditions it would be true and when it would be false. You think you're saying something, I don't think you're saying anything. Not anything that anyone could understand. Even though people think they understand what people are saying when they say, I have a soul. Yes.
Picking back from what she says, I have a soul. someone may argue that yes, she has a soul because she's able to express her emotions, and whenever she expresses it, people can understand by the way she expresses how she feels.
What about humans that can't express how they feel? Are they soulless?
I mean, everyone can express to an extent, even whether you're productive or not in expressing it. And
I'm
I'm
talking
saying
about-
that if I go to a cow and I ask the cow, how do you feel? Can the cow respond to me and say, I don't want to stay in this pasture, can you move me? Can a cow do that?
Can s-
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, can someone who has a severe case of autism, are they a person?
Yes,
Can they express to you in a meaningful way what they're thinking?
yes, because I have
No.
an autistic
Me too.
child,
I have an autistic.
and
brother.
he's nonverbal.
Mine too.
And my son can express to me in his own way, but I know exactly what he wants to
Okay,
eat,
can dogs
how he
express?
feels, etc.
Okay, time. There are severe cases where saying that they can communicate would be a huge exaggeration, okay? And it's also the case, though, that my border collie can express to me things. I gotta poop, let me out. I'm hungry. I wanna go in the car, right? So, those are irrelevant unless you're gonna say that those animals are persons too, and you still haven't actually wrestled with what kind of evidence can you offer for I have a soul, right? You're trying to say, well, I can infer that I have a soul because of this, that, and the other thing, but then I'm saying non-human animals can do that to degrees too, and not all humans can do it to the same degree, right? So your criteria is gonna protect non-human animals as well. Right? Which is perfectly okay, but then morally we should all become vegans. Does everybody understand that? Okay, we'll argue about this more. So look, the quiz is posted. It is due tomorrow night by 9 p.m. And then Thursday we're going to go over the quiz and blah 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 blah. Okay? All right.